Greetings and welcome to Hexed Encountered. I'm Joe. In this video, we will be doing Midweek Magazine. It is Yaah issue number 14. This is from Flying Pig Games, and it features the game Rattenkrieg. So let's crack into the Ziploc here and check out what we've got. Okay, I set aside the inserts, and we'll just look at the magazine at first. So you can see the cover here. This is issue number 14 from June of 2020. And it's the game is a solitaire man-to-man combat in the streets of Stalingrad. There are some other things noted here on the cover. Blue Water Navy, that is a compass game. Radiation Dust, NATO storms the Soviet Union. This one I'm not sure about. I don't think I heard of this, actually. And then Old School Tactical Volume 3, which was that game's Pacific War entry. An excellent game, by the way. All right, let's take a look inside. So we got an ad, speaking of Old School Tactical, Phantom Division, which is an expansion for Old School Tactical 2, which was the Western Front. Then we've got our EZOC, the Editor's Zone of Control by Mark H. Walker. Some stuff I'll say, other stuff I won't. So then we have that. Then we have featured The Greatest Fear, which is, of course, fiction that Mark Walker wrote. He's got several novels built around that theme, which takes place during a Third World War. Then you can see the games that we love here. The list in this particular issue, we have Blue Water Navy, The Devils to Pay, Red Storm, Freedom, The Underground Railroad, Old School Tactical Volume 3, Long Cruel Woman, U-Boat, Interceptor Ace, and Radiation Dust. Some scenarios on The Devils to Pay, Armageddon's War, Old School Tactical 2, and 65 squad level. That's from Mark Walker. We also have the game Rattenkrieg, designed by Gottardo Zancani, development Robert Schexnayder, and art from Thomas Bowles. And the complete wargamer Blitzkrieg myths exposed by Peter Perla. So here's the article on Blue Water Navy, which is from Compass Games, as you can see right here. That the article is written by Norm Lundy. Nice in-depth look at the game. I've thought about picking this up. I have not yet done it. Here we have an article from John D. Burt on The Devils to Pay. This is a Tiny Battle publishing game on the first day at Gettysburg, designed by Herman Luttman. You can see the excellent map work from Rick Barber, the late, great Rick Barber. His maps are just fantastic. It's ridiculous how nice his maps are. Broken Sword, which is kind of in the same family with the Shattered Union and the Black Swan game systems. They're all kind of in the same family. Then we have Red Storm. This is a game from GMT. The Cold War gets some hot air. So this is an air game, which I would love to get, but it sold out and I was not able to get a copy of it. This is from GMT. This article is written by Roger LaRue. You can see it's got a lot going on. Then we have Freedom, the Underground Railroad. This is from Academy Games, the article by Nick O'Neill. And you can see kind of how the map is a treatment. You've got the green area, which I guess is the Confederacy, or the southern states at least, and then you have the northern states up top you're trying to get to. I should say slave states, not Confederacy, because you can see like Kentucky's in here. That was not a member of the Confederacy. Then you have Welcome to the Jungle, Old School Tactical Volume 3. Eddie Carlson with the article here. This is a really good game. Solomon Islands campaign. So you get some Marines, you get some of the Japanese Special Naval Landing Forces. It's good stuff. Long Cruel Woman. This is from High Flying Dice. And this is another article from John D. Burt. If you haven't played any High Flying Dice games, they're all done, I think, by Paul Rohrbaugh. And they're not high production value games or, fancy, but the games themselves are very good. And I need to get some of his stuff on the channel. I have yet to do that, so that's on my to-do list as well. That one I do not have. U-Boot, the board game. So you can take a look at this. I've certainly seen this game in stores and have thought about it, but I have not yet picked it up. I'm not sure I will. But I'll read this article and see if I think it might be worthwhile to do so. It does have a companion app, which is kind of nice. Components certainly look pretty cool. Interceptor Ace. Now this I do have and have. I think I've done Interceptor Ace 2 for the channel. This is from Jamie Kirkpatrick, who's done some game designing himself. And this is a Gregory Smith game published by Compass Games. It is on the daylight air defense against the American bombing campaign in Europe from 43 to 44. And then the second one, which I think was done by Fernando Sola Ramos, kind of continues that through the end of the war. So you can link them together. It's pretty cool. Radiation Dust, the fall of the Soviet Union. Okay, so this looks like it's maybe a Japanese game. Article and photos by Colonel Robert Smith. Game design, Jershinsky Cheng. Get a look at the board here. So I'll definitely read this. This is pretty cool looking, actually. March to the Sound of the Guns. This is an alternate scenario for The Devils to Pay, which, of course, we said we had an article on earlier in the magazine here. And Claude Whalen, who has done some design on some Herman Luttman systems. He's done some of the Shattered Union games, both the second one and the third one. I know that because I played the third one. But this was the game on Gettysburg's first day. Then you've got Violent Peacekeeping, a scenario for Armageddon War, which I really love that game. Written by the game's designer, Greg Porter. And you can see there's another one there for that. We've got Hell on Wheels, a historical scenario for OST Volume 2. Again, from the game's designer, Shane Logan in this case. You can see we've got pretty simple setup here. Fire Support Base Marianne, a solitaire scenario for 65 squad battles in the jungles of Vietnam. Now that's a game I really enjoy. And again, from the designer himself, Mark H. Walker. Really like 65. Looking forward to seeing the second edition with the improvements and so forth. And we have The Greatest Fear. This is fiction. This was first published as a short story for the Amazon Kindle library. The Greatest Fear takes place in May of 1985, a week into the third war to end all wars. It's a war that I originally brought to life in World at War Revelation. I read that book, by the way. And its sequel, Retribution, I think is the name of that one. So this is in that same universe. Got zombies, werewolves, vampires, all kinds of interesting stuff in it. You can see it's fairly decent in length. And I enjoy Mark's detours into fantasy. It's pretty cool. Then we have Rattenkrieg, which is the game from this issue. This is designed by Gottardo Zancani, who's done some other games for Tiny Battle, I know for sure. You can see we've got our components, the game overview, what all is on the counters, and we got some map info here. This is a Stalingrad game. So you're going to have some, it's like building to building, I guess. You've got buildings here, a road. You can see the War of the Rats. That's what Rattenkrieg means, auf Deutsch. So here we have a sequence of play, briefing phase, player activation. movement in the open. That's usually a bad idea. Enemy activation, fire combat, close combat. We've got heavy machine gun, suppression fire, cover fire, crossfire, sewer movement. That must have been fun. Night rules, and then you pioneer squad for Germany. It tells you your squad composition, a squad leader, an NCO, a gunner, and 5 riflemen, and their equipment. The ammo table, the support table, and then you've got the rifle guard squad from the Soviet Union. Squad leader, NCO, gunner, and 5 riflemen. Same thing with their equipment. Ammo table, support table. Here's our battle event table. And the scenarios. There are 6 of them. That's pretty nice. City Patrol, Ammo Depot, Rattenkrieg, Sniper, Fire Corridor, and Tractor Works. And then on the back, Blitzkrieg, Myths Exposed by Peter Perla. The Rise of Blitzkrieg, The Fall of France, 1940. Nice. I have not seen that game either, but that looks cool. And for La Resistance, which is a flying pig game. And then we got our tables here. And then also, of course, we have some Rattenkrieg AI bot stuff. Nice flow chart here. Here we have a couple of maps that probably somewhat mate together, but here's a look at the maps for the game. A, B, C, and D. It says cut carefully along lines, so cut it out pretty much, and you have your maps to play on. And of course, when you have maps to play on, you need counters on which to put on there, I guess. Boy, that was some mangled English. That Ziploc was sealed pretty good. So this is the front. It's upside down. But we take a look here at some of the counters. You got some Germans over here, some Soviets over here, some assorted markers and stuff, sewer movement, suppression, activation. I've not read the rules yet, so then I think this stuff over here is for the Hells to Pay stuff there. I think that's what it looks like anyway. It is separated out, and then you also have the back side as well. So again, we can look at the units. So there you go. Not a ton of counters here. We've got 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 2, 4, 6, 8. So 80, and then other 8. Standard 88 counters, right? Half sheet. These, of course, are not for the Rattenkrieg game. These are. So that, my friends, is a look at Yaah magazine number 14. So look for a playthrough of this game. Not sure what scenario. Looks like it'll be fun. It's right up my alley, personally, as some of you no doubt know from watching the channel. Anyway, enough on the yabbering and the digressions here. So that's going to do it. If you have any questions, comments, etc., feel free to put them up in the comment section, and I will take a look and reply as soon as possible. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, so I'm going to sign off. I'm Joe. This is Hexed Encountered. And until next time, as always, happy gaming.